Hi, everyone, and welcome to the course. I'm just going to take you for a quick tour of the website, and you're going to go into a little bit more detail on this when it comes to the orientation module, but I thought I'd just take you over the basics today. So first of all, up at the top here, if you click on this, this will allow you to send emails to people within the class or um, to me. So if you just simply start typing ANBRE and you can use the external one that goes to my regular email box. And usually I should be able to get back to you within the day or by the next day at the latest. So that's an easy way to get hold of me if you're having some issues with the class. Um, Second of all, you'll notice up here is your profile. You'll want to click on it, and in here, you can change your email from whatever your standard email is to your personal email if you're more likely to read your personal email. And once you've done that, what you want to do is to then go into your notifications. First of all, I would heavily suggest to download the app instead of trying to access this through what's that called, Google Chrome or through Safari. If you have the app, it's much better, and it'll send you the notifications and so on when things are due. Anything that I posted, etc., will come up on the app. So I would highly recommend to get the app if you've got a cell phone or a tablet. You'll notice here you can change the settings for what you're going to be notified by. So you're not going to want to check off a whole bunch of these because otherwise it becomes information overload. But for instance, when things are coming due or when a grade item is released, you might want to be notified to go, oh, hey, I should go check my my mark. So let's, by the way, if you click on the title, it'll always take you back to the home screen here. Now, when it comes to your home screen, you'll notice the calendar of events over here. So assignments and quizzes and so on will be posted over here. These three things that are posted right now are for the final project. Eventually, there'll be more stuff that'll come into view over there. But basically, where most of your information will be is in the announcement area. And it's sequential, and the most recent stuff will be at the top of announcements, whereas if you scroll down, you'll see later ones. If you click on show all announcements, any like, it doesn't keep scrolling forever. What it'll do is it'll show you maybe 3 or 4 announcements, and then after that you have to click on show all announcements to see any announcements that were posted earlier than that. Uh, I've got some interesting stuff here. We're going to use ArcGIS later on. I've got my little Twitter page, which you might find interesting, with latest environmental issues being posted there. But down here, you really want to authorize your Google account. Now, if you're outside of the District School Board of Niagara, this may not work so well, but if you're within our school board, then what you want to do is you want to click on this authorize. And what it's going to do is link your 2 accounts, your school board account and the D2L account. And what that'll mean is you're going to be able to submit things a lot easier um, when it comes to putting things into the assignments or Dropbox. So please do that right off from the get-go so that you don't have issues later on. Let's take you through the tabs at the top here. So first of all, if you want to find other courses, it would be here. But by and large, these are the tools that you're going to be using. I'm going to take you to the external tools first. There's a lot of great things in here. First of all, stop using Wikipedia when you've got Britannica School. Britannica School has got everything that Wikipedia has, except that it's reliable. So stop using Wikipedia. Use Britannica School. It's a great resource for doing research. Second of all, ArcGIS is the digital mapping software that we'll be using. And here's EasyBib, which is a great way for referencing information, which you'll be doing throughout the course. Instead of just listing a website, you'll have to use the proper format for um, putting in your references. The rest of this really doesn't apply for this course, so we'll just get out of there. Grades. When you click on grades, your mark will appear. It'll just be the mark for each assignment, but eventually, if you look at the very top, you'll see a mark out of 70. That's your existing term mark. So if it's 65 out of 70, just take 65 divided by 70 multiplied by 100, and that tells you your average at the moment. You'll also be able to see feedback on your different assignments when you click on grades and then click on the actual assignment. Assignments, this is for submitting work. So when you click on assignments, let me just go into student mode. Not sure if you're going to see much at the moment. Oh, yeah, so a lot of these will disappear, but your first assignment will be this orientation assignment number 1. If you want to submit something there, you would just simply click on the assignment, read over the instructions, and in this case, it says add a file. So in that case, if I've done a Google document, I would need to download that Google document and then upload it as a file, preferably as a PDF file. For any of you who use a Mac, I can't read anything that is strictly Mac related. So pages, I forget what the other things are. You're going to have to switch it over to a PDF document. And I know you're going to go, but all my great transitions to my slideshow won't appear. Well, nothing appears for me if it's in a Mac format. So it's got to be a PDF, a Word document, what's that? PowerPoint. Um, those are formats that I can read. Now, if it doesn't say add a file, if it just says text submission, then you can just simply put the link in here or actually type your answer. There's also the possibility of just going to your Google Drive, and I'm just going to find any old file here. So I don't know, themes, here we are, presentation. You'll notice here it says this file is private. Make sure that it change permissions so that anyone can view. Otherwise, you're going to submit it, and I'm not going to be able to read it. So, and click on submit. Oh yeah, see, it's not going to let me just submit the link to the Google Drive. It's asking me that I've got to download it as a Google document or a Word document or a PDF before uploading it. So. So, oops. All right. Quizzes. When you go into the quizzes, you'll simply there'll be a date on there, and most of the times you won't be able to see anything. You'll simply click on the quiz, and it'll tell you the instructions, and then the way I set up most of my quizzes are that it'll ask you 3 questions or 4, and then when you go to the next page, you can never go back. So it's to prevent people from cheating. So just be aware that when you do a quiz, it's a one-way trip. Be confident with your answers. Make sure you've answered everything before you click to go to the next slide. Content is the last thing here, and it's really important. If you want to find any particular information, you can click on content, go to the unit that we're working on, and then click on, for instance, the name of the activity, and you will see the lesson in there. So instead of going to your announcements, you could go into the content section and find it that way. All right, so that's just a quick whirlwind tour of the website, and all the best.